What's up, guys? This is Awesome Sauce, and you may be wondering why there is this foggy, freaky web thing. Well, today we are going to talk about our top 5 ghost stories in the family. So it's not only going to be me and Adara's ghost stories, it's going to be everyone's ghost stories in the family, and I may be getting help. On the fact that there is weird stuff in the background, I'm practicing my editing skills, so yeah. Number 1, Amanda's reflection, if you can't read that. There's a thunderstorm starting again. Anyway, number 1, Amanda's reflection. Now, who's Amanda? Well, my Aunt Becca, we call her, but her name's Aunt Becca, you can already tell, but she decided to mess with a Ouija board, and if you don't know what that is, it's practically a game that you have this thing, and you lightly put, it's a haunted board, it summons spirits, and there's a bunch of rules. Look it up. But anyway, she started messing with the Ouija board, and she found that there was 2 ghosts haunting our house called Bobby and Amanda. And our oldest cousin, who'd always play in probably my closet with Bobby when he was little. He's like 26 right now. But we never seen Amanda before. But until our cousin was playing a video game, and then I don't know what happened, but he saw a reflection of a girl with long blonde hair. Not blonde, I mean brown hair. I used to have long hair, but I had to cut it. But I keep on saying but. Get into the freaky motion. And he could hear whispers saying John, his name, if I haven't already said that. But, that would be terrifying if you saw a reflection of a girl standing behind you in the TV. So, yeah. Number 2, and it's backwards. Who is behind me? Back when I was still in elementary, Mom had told us a story. I'm pretty sure I was in elementary, but I was up getting ready for school, and Dad just left the room. Mom was still sleeping until she felt her hair getting touched behind her. And it was lightly getting pulled up. It wasn't too scary because it was soft. It may have been a good spirit, but I'd be scared. My mom said she was too scared to look behind her, but no one was in the room. Who was it? There's more thunder. 3, the banging. Now I'm not pausing the video. Yeah. But anyway. So, I was practicing my violin. Yes, this is story about me. I was practicing my violin until there was loud banging on the window. This scared me because my first thought was a ghost. I knew Mom, there was a possibility Mom was outside. So I went up to Mom and every person in the house at the time and said, who was outside? And Mom said no one was outside. And I'm like, I just heard banging on my window. Mom's first thought was that someone came in our backyard. So we all went outside and no one was in the backyard. You may be thinking someone may have ran out of the backyard. But in our pool, there's no ripples of water in the pool at all. And the door, and the fence door was shut and locked. comments if you think that was an actual ghost or someone was really trying to mess with me. Because someone did break into the house before. Before we start, for number 4, Mom just told me of a theory that ghosts don't like high pitch notes. And Mom just told me of another violin story when she used to practice the violin, and she was practicing the violin one day in my room, which the room I was in, and it was all screechy, high pitch. I could show it to you, and I don't want to do it, but anyway. And she felt someone jerk her head back, like this ghost was annoyed, and no one was behind her. And while I was playing my violin, when the banging on the window was happening, I was on the E string, which is the highest note, and on a pretty high note. And I heard the banging. So, put in the comments. Sorry.
If you've ever heard that theory.
If you ever heard that theory and you think it's true. It's really bright now. Number 4, the girl with the black eyes. Now, the story I'm going to tell you is based off a character I made up, my depression monster. So, and another dream that I had.
No, your depression monster is based off of your story, not your story based off of your character.
Yeah, what Mom said. It's based off the story I'm going to tell you. So, here she is. I drawed her out, but I was in this kitchen, and in the reflection of the window, this window I'm placing my tablet on, I saw her, and in the reflection of a window, chained up, and it looked like she was asleep, like this, but her eyes were open, and her eyes were pitch black, and she was staring at me, looking up, and I heard a voice in my ear yell, "Be gone!" So I listened to that voice and ran out of the kitchen, almost screaming. So she's based off that character. She was in chains sitting, and and that actually reminds us, of another story. And if you're not convinced this house is not haunted, 2 things. This house is over a century years old, and another story. So there was more people in the house, but all I know was my cousin Krista. I can't say things right now. The first story Mom told me about this, they feel like someone was in the house, like behind in our living room, like behind them in the living room. So Mom was with Carissa, I can't say the name, but in the house, and they left. And right as they were about to drive away, Carissa got an app for taking pictures of the ghost, and she took a picture of our window, and she saw, when they saw the picture, was a silhouette of a girl. I'm not? You tell the story then.
Okay, I was not there.
You weren't
and
there?
They were just messing around with the app in the house.
Okay.
Do you think it can hear me? Your video?
So, I didn't pause it.
Okay. So they were here in the house messing around with the app, and it kept detecting, like, you've messed around with some of the apps.
Yes.
You know, it kept detecting
there was an energy force.
energy, yes, there we go. Kept detecting energy in different areas of the house, so they were getting freaked out, and they decided they wanted to leave. And as they were about to leave, she took a picture of the house, and in the living room window was a silhouette of a person looking at them, facing them, watching them.
Ooh, creepy, 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 creepy. On the fact, they kept experiencing paranormal things, like the closet door in a darn Jerem's room opening, and I swear that closet's haunted because
Same closet that Cameron played with Bobby.
That's the same closet. It isn't my closet. Okay. I've had some experience with that, and I'm not going to tell you those stories. But anyway, let's go into number 5. Number 5, alien abduction. And my mom's going to tell this story.
Okay, so, did you show the picture?
Yeah.
So this story is a story that we're not sure if it's a ghostly experience or an alien abduction experience. This is something my brother experienced in this house.
Uncle John.
Her Uncle John. His bedroom at the time was upstairs in the attic. He was sleeping in bed and just happened to wake up out of the blue, looked at his clock and saw that it was midnight. And then he got this feeling he was being watched. So he turned his head toward the stairway of the room.
/ most dangerous stair in the universe.
Yeah, a very steep, twisting stairway that leads up to the attic. And as he looked over at the stairway, he suddenly was frozen with fear as he saw a very white face
Probably
with
like my face right now.
black eyes, pure black eyes, looking at him, just watching him. It was crouched in the stairway, and only half of his face was in view, staring at my brother, just like that. So he just laid there, still, and then closed his eyes for just a moment, opened them up again, and the face was gone. He felt relief, but as he looked at the clock, it was 2 hours later. It was now 2 o'clock. It felt like he was just blinking, a slow blink of his eyes, but 2 hours had passed.
Time lapse. There's a bunch of videos of time lapse in this world. And if you watch Snarl,
I think that was the starving kitty. She looks like she's healthier now.
oh my goodness.
Somebody's been taking care of her.
Kitty, 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 kitty. She ran away.
Yeah. She freaked out.
Anyway, watch Snarled. They have a bunch of creepy stories with Sapphire. And she has this video where it is time lapse. She tells stories of time lapse. Go check that out because I believe it's true. I believe in ghosts and I believe this house is haunted. Please subscribe, and I know this video is getting up to 15 minutes. But I hope you think it was interesting. These are true stories, and if you don't believe them, just to let you know, I would never lie to you guys. And Mom wouldn't lie to you guys either. So,
A real accumulation of experiences that happened in this house.
yeah, in this house. Every single one of them happened in this house. So, have a spooky day.